Four governors today have their jobs saved after Supreme Court today upheld their elections as the ripples of the Imo State governorship verdict still generates controversies. And the UK-Africa Investment Summit holds today in London with President Muhammadu Buhari and other African and UK leaders attending. But what is in it for Nigeria? We'll find out tonight on the program. Hello everyone and welcome to the program. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbaloye. Let's begin by bringing you up to speed on the latest coming out of the UK-Africa Summit, which held today in London. President Muhammadu Buhari has participated in the ongoing plenary session of the UK-Africa Investment Summit in London. The president joined other African leaders, international business chief executives, and heads of organizations for the summit. The president also met with the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on the sidelines of the summit, where he brought the British Prime Minister up to speed with developments in Nigeria, particularly in the areas of agriculture, leading almost to self-sufficiency in rice and other grains, saving the country billions in foreign exchange. The British Prime Minister, in his part, thanked President Buhari for being a regional leader who gives strong encouragement to the West, congratulating him on jobs being created through agriculture and urging him to do more. The UK-Africa Summit is designed to create new partnerships that will deliver more investments and jobs to the benefit of people and businesses in African countries and the United Kingdom.
Well, it's an investment meeting, UK, Africa investments.
And the benefits for Nigeria.
We can begin to count, like going to the market, we took goods worth this amount, we sold this amount, we are coming back with this amount. But we know that is the beginning of greater things that will happen between United Kingdom and Africa, and as far as we are concerned, United Kingdom and Nigeria. Apart from the summit itself, our president met on the sidelines with the British Prime Minister, and there were mutual discussions which will enhance the relationship between the two countries. So I'll just say it's the beginning of better things between the two countries, not just something that you will say, okay, this is what we are taking home immediately. Well, you can't be talking of specific deals yet. When you come to an investment summit, you unfold what you've got, and investors listen, and then there are follow-up meetings. The bureaucracies from both sides will then work things out, and eventually things come your way. But it's not like going to the market and saying, this is what I'm taking home. No, that's not the nature of investment summits.
In terms of loans, are we getting any?
Loans?
In terms of security, is the UK helping? Loans first, security second?
No, not any kind of loans came up today. Rather, there was a session on raising finance for infrastructure in Africa. So it's not loans precisely, but it was a session on how finance can be raised for infrastructural development in Africa. And then what was the second part of it? Security, yes, at the bilateral meeting between our president and the British Prime Minister, security came up, and the President appreciated the British Prime Minister for the historic ties between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, which dates back to the colonial period, and the Nigerian military and the UK military still work together now. If you looked at the program from conception, there were supposed to be 2 speeches from 2 African leaders. One was the opening, which was done by the African Union chairman, who is the president of Egypt. And of course, at the closing ceremony, another president was to speak on behalf of Africa. So the individual presidents were not designed to make speeches. I've been round almost the world with the president. Almost majority of the places he had gone had been there. So I know how he's received, how it's taken when they say, this is the Nigerian delegation. In different parts of the world, that's how it goes. The Nigerian president is highly, highly respected, and it rubs off on we members of the delegation when we travel.